Hey guys, my name is Julius Anglickas. I'm currently a light heavyweight champion of LFA, and today I will give you guys a review about Training Mask 3.0. My first impression of this product was pretty awesome. It made simple things much more difficult, and you need that in combat sports. For example, in practice, you get put in the bad positions where it's hard to breathe and your lungs being pressed in. So this mask helped me to simulate that outside of the practice. And another thing about it, it's just like any other tool that you use. You need to be consistent with it, and you're gonna notice results after a long period of time. For example, I know some people who use masks like this and they used it for a week or 2 weeks and they did not notice the difference, so they stopped using. But I used it first week, second week, I used it for a month, 2 months, and then I really noticed the difference in my lung capacity and how I was breathing and how I was able to control difficult situations that I used to be put before versus how I am now. And it definitely helped me to prepare for my fights and win the LFA belt. So one of the reasons why I like this mask is because resistance levels are already installed inside of it. One mask that I used before, it had pieces in it that would adjust the resistance, and it was just too inconvenient during the workout to take them out, put them back in to whatever level you wanted. But with this mask, all you have to do is just spin a little wheel, and by a few spins it's gonna be harder to breathe, or you're gonna make it easier to breathe, and it's just as easy as just spinning left or right. So I use this mask during some of my conditioning workouts, and I try to simulate the intensity of the fight, how it comes up and how it comes down. So whenever, for example, I work the bag or ground and pound, and I turn it all the way to open so it's easy and nice to breathe, and sometimes I decide to pick up the intensity, so I literally just spin it all the way, I close all the airways, it becomes really hard to breathe, and it simulates that no intake of the air, and you really have to inhale hard to open up your lungs to get your air in. And after 30 seconds or so, whenever I just can't take it no more, I spin it again and I try to recover with some air, and I just go back and forth like that, just like how it in any fight where intensity comes up and it comes down. While using the mask, I did notice the only time it was moving around is when I usually do boxing workouts with big gloves, and I try to be super technical with it, really keep it to my face, move around, and maybe then I'll glance and graze off the mask just a little bit. But really, besides that, any workout, any exercise, it always stayed on, it never moved, and it was great. And I really recommend the product to everybody.